And a long-running federal probe of corruption in Illinois politics led to the most influential figure in Illinois politics for decades now having to answer to a 22-count corruption indictment. For a politician who seemed untouchable, today is a day of reckoning for former Speaker of the House Michael Madigan. Glenn Marshall reports from Chicago.
Michael Madigan will have to answer to 22 counts of corruption. He and his lawyers are denying the charges, possibly gearing up to argue that this was just the way that business is done in politics. Michael Madigan has been quiet about his federal charges, only seeing the former House Speaker leaving his home just hours before his hearing.
Please admit the honorable senators.
Madigan spent decades as one of Illinois' top political leaders. Now he faces a slew of federal charges, including racketeering, bribery, wire fraud, and extortion.
Last week was a very, very convincing blow to the Democrats. I don't know how they can recover.
The 106-page indictment alleges the 79-year-old was the leader of Madigan Enterprise for years, spending time criminally putting money in his pockets and benefiting his loyalists. Prosecutors believe Madigan solicited bribes from ComEd, receiving jobs and money for his allies in exchange for favorable legislation. Madigan denies any wrongdoing, saying in the statement the government is attempting to criminalize a routine constituent service, job recommendations. But the allegations have made Republicans and Democrats distance themselves from the disgraced politician.
Anybody that breaches their duty to bring integrity to public service ought to go.
Michael Madigan is not the only one facing charges. His longtime friend and former state lawmaker and lobbyist, Michael McLean, denies his involvement in the ComEd bribery scheme. And the hearing will be done over the phone, which is a common practice during the pandemic. We do know that Michael Madigan has spent close to $5 million of campaign funds on legal fees so far. In the newsroom, Glenn Marshall, WGN News.